Hello YouTube fans, back again. Now I'm going to talk about one of my favourite films, and why the fuck is it not on DVD? In the golden days of Medusa on video, this was a very well known film. The film I'm on about is in the UK. It's called Fair Game, but again in America and other countries it's called Python. A little bit like the one when I did the one about the Link and Blood Link. That had two titles, and this had two titles. It's not common, or to say unusual, that has ever been done. Like one film has one title over here and other countries, and in other films they have a different title. Look at Zombie Fest Eaters 2. See, I'm getting confused. The shitty one. I mean the original, the classic Zombie Fest Eaters. And that had different titles. But this was in our country. I like to call Fair Game. It's basically about a woman played by one of my favourite singers, not the singer, the wife of one of my favourite singers, that being Sting. His wife, who was a well-known actress, makes one of her date appearances, that being in Fair Game. You've got what you call this very obsessive boyfriend. It's sad to say some people have that. Not all men are women beaters and slap women about. You can get men who are controlling. He's one of them who's controlling. And happy to say she's split up with him and she's living an independent lifestyle. She's got her own house and she's loving it. But he's one of them men that don't like that. And what does he do? He meets a snake angler, buys a snake, which is a python snake. This is a snake which is so poisonous that at the end of the day, one bite of this snake and you are fucking dead. You are brown bread. You don't have a chance to write your will. You are fucking dead. The minute this thing bites you, you're a fucking goner. So he gets a snake. Granted, I don't like the scene where it kills a rabbit and it dies. And it did look realistic, that, and I hope to God that no animals were making this film had died for real. I do not want to see a cannibal holocaust. Got to get that out of the way. But it's still not a bad film, because what he does, he pretends that he wants to get his things and died to kiss and make up. She's not having any of it. And he leaves the snake in her house. And he manages to lock her in her house. This is like a big house when you think about it. Really big, you know, very independent, stylish type of house. And she's trapped with a fucking snake. And one bite of this snake and she's a fucking goner, as I just said. Like a bit of Dudley, it's a bit of cat and mouse. He has a complex computer and he's watching her. She's like a tomato and the snake's moving about. Bit like snakes and ladders. The only thing is, if this snake gets her, she's definitely down the snake. She's a fucking goner. But I love the scenes where you get a PV shot of the snake's eyes and it's following her about and you get the sound effect. I can't exactly do it, I'll look like a dick if I tried. But if you see the film, it makes a kind of a sound effects and you see the snake seeing her in a PV shot. It was very clever. Very intelligent, very imaginative. And I love that. I like the idea of a woman trapped in a room trying to get away from a fucking snake. However, she is very clever herself. And she manages to outsmart the snake. I don't want to give too much away because if you've never seen the film Fair Game, it will ruin it and spoil it for you. But if you ever do manage to find it, check it out. It's a good film, it's very clever, very expenseful when it wants to be. And like I said, in the UK, on the golden days of Medusa, it was called Fair Game, and in other countries, it was called Python. Very clever made film, and a very good film. And I think Sting's wife, as this was one of her early performances, as far as I've never seen in anything else, I think she played a very good role in it. And I like the way she outsmarts the snake, and I'm not going to give too much away. You've got to check it out for yourself to see how the film ends. But it is a damn good film, and I would recommend Python. Oh, and before, when I did the points with Starman, I made a mistake. It wasn't 10 stars. How could I forget? I work in a shop. Just as so happened to do good at my maths, and I did do GCSEs in maths. It was 9 stars, not 10. I was only one forward. It was 9 stars. All the excitement. But yeah, see, Starman got me by surprise. It was 9 stars and 9 points are meant to give the film, not 10. It's a simple mistake. But other than that, as for Python or Fair Tame, if you want to call the film, I'm going to give that, oh, let me think, 8-star rating. Other than that, have a good one.